This is the Champion Power Equipment 6500-watt portable inverter generator. I want to do a quick review and share some real experience with this product, especially for anyone considering a generator for camping, backup power at home, or powering an RV. Looking at it, this generator stands out with its solid yellow shell, compact frame, and neat modern finish. The body is fully enclosed, which not only protects the engine and important parts, but also helps reduce noise compared to traditional open-frame generators. Even though it's pretty hefty at a little over 100 pounds, I notice it has a sturdy U-shaped handle that folds away and a set of wheels that never go flat. That does make moving it around the garage or driveway way easier, even if it's not exactly light. The controls are grouped together nicely in a panel on one side. This makes everything, from the Intelligauge display to the outlet covers, super accessible. There's also an oil access panel that you can pop open without any tools. That is a lifesaver when you have to change the oil. When I first picked up this generator, one of my main concerns was whether it would actually be quiet, and if I'd have any trouble with sensitive electronics. I've used older generators before that sounded like a lawnmower starting up, and would make the lights flicker in my house. With this one, the box says it runs at just 64 decibels from about 23 feet away. Let's just say, from my experience, this is much quieter than most units I've owned. When I ran it for the first time during a quick power outage at night, I was able to stand nearby and have a normal conversation. Even when I moved it behind the garage, the neighbors didn't notice much unless they were right up close. For anyone new to generators, decibels, or dB for short, just measure how loud something is. 64 dB is about like a regular conversation, while a typical lawnmower is much louder. Setting it up was easy. Everything I needed, engine oil, a little funnel, spark plug wrench, came in the box. The instructions use clear pictures and simple steps. The ES Start dial stands out. Instead of having to pull on several levers or buttons, you just twist the dial to start. That's beginner-friendly, especially when you're stressed during a blackout. Once running, the Intelligauge gives you instant info on voltage, power use, and runtime. If you're like me and tend to worry about overloading your generator or running it dry, this helps keep everything on track. Also, the covered outlets and GFCI protection means I could plug in my laptop, charge my phone, and run my fridge without stressing about power surges. Maintenance is a part of generator life. After my first couple of hours using this model, I did a quick oil change. Because of that drain tube and the no-tool panel, the whole process was quick and I didn't spill oil everywhere. I always recommend changing oil early. Your first bucket will have some metal specks from the break-in period, which is totally normal for new engines. I could see some flakes and a slight brown color, but by the third change, the oil ran clear. If you're new to this, changing the oil every few hours at first keeps the engine healthy for the years ahead. Refilling the oil was helped by the included funnel, though I sometimes preferred my own because of the angle. The generator takes regular gasoline, so there's no special fuel needed. What I really appreciate is the power output. With 6,500 starting watts and 5,000 running watts, there's enough juice to run almost anything at a campsite or most appliances in my house. One day I tested it on a hot summer day by running both a portable egg unit and charging my EV using the 240-volt outlet. This one supports 240 volts, which is great for larger appliances. The generator managed both loads. I watched the load meter move from 1 to 3 bars as I increased the EV charging amps, and it automatically ramped up to meet the power demands without any drama. Up to 25% load, the generator can keep running for nearly 15 hours on a full tank, close to what the manual claims. The 3.95-gallon tank is a nice balance between weight and runtime. For camping or during hurricane season, knowing I can get all-night or all-day operation on one tank is a big plus. Quiet technology is for real here. I noticed that on lighter loads, the generator hums in the background without being a distraction. The economy mode helps too, because this setting uses less fuel and lowers the engine speed when you're not pulling a lot of power. That's good for the engine's health and your wallet. Once I added more load, like when running both the EV charger and AC, it got louder but still much softer than other open-frame generators I've tried. Users in my family didn't find it annoying, even when cutting grass nearby. The co-shield is another key feature. It's a built-in carbon monoxide detector that shuts the generator off if CO levels get high in the area around it. That's important because CO is invisible and dangerous. Still, I always remind myself, no matter what safety features are included, I never use any portable generator indoors or in closed spaces. CO Shield is a great backup, not a free pass to ignore safety. Let me talk about what I like the most. This generator is honestly the best mix of power, safety, and usability I've come across at this price point. The outlets cover everything I need: an RV plug, regular household outlets with ground fault protection, and the all-important 240V outlet for big appliances or EVs. The clean power, which just means less than 3% total harmonic distortion, is actually important if you want to plug in computers or medical equipment. There's less risk of frying delicate electronics. Plus, the quick start dialing system and grouped controls make this less intimidating for first-time users. The quiet running is another major bonus. My experience has been peaceful, whether at home or at a crowded campground. Of course, nothing's perfect. From my experience, the one thing that did bug me was the weight. At just over 100 pounds, it's not something I want to haul up any stairs by myself, even with the wheels. The handle and wheels do help a lot on level ground, though. Another point that some might not like, and something I had to get used to, is that it doesn't have an electric starter. I have to pull start it every time. Mind you, the system starts quickly and I've never had to yank more than twice, but for anyone who prefers pushing a button over pulling a cord, this could be a small letdown. If you plan to run the generator for more than 12 to 14 hours continuously, know that you'll need to refuel. The tank is average-sized, not oversized, probably to balance weight for portability. In conclusion, I'd recommend this generator if you want something strong, quiet, and safe to use for just about any portable power need, whether you're camping, prepping for emergencies, or powering your RV. It starts easy, runs clean, and the noise level is much more livable than with cheaper, open-frame types. Maintenance is straightforward, and I feel reassured each time I see the co-shield indicator. If you can live with its weight and don't mind using a pull cord for startup, this generator brings a lot of peace of mind. I see myself relying on it for years to come, especially as power outages seem to happen more often where I live. To learn more about the Champion Power Equipment 6500-watt portable inverter generator, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.